Shemot, Exodus, chapter 18. Now Yethro, the priest of Madian, Moshe's father-in-law, heard of all that God had done for Moshe and for Yisrael his people, how that Yahweh had brought Yisrael out of Mithraim. And Yethro, Moshe's father-in-law, took Zipporah, Moshe's woman, after her dismissals, and her 2 sons, of whom the name of the one was Gershom, for he said, I have been a sojourner in a foreign land, and the name of the other was Eliezer, for he said, the God of my father was my help, and delivered me from the sword of Paro. And Yethro, Moshe's father-in-law, came with his sons and his woman to Moshe into the wilderness where he was encamped, at the mount of God. And he said to Moshe, I, thy father-in-law Yethro, am come to thee, and thy woman and her 2 sons with her. And Moshe went out to meet his father-in-law, and did obeisance, and kissed him, and they asked each other of their welfare. And they came into the tent, and Moshe told his father-in-law all that Yahweh had done to Paro and to the Mithraim for Yisrael's sake, all the travail that had come upon them by the way, and how Yahweh delivered them. And Yethro rejoiced for all the goodness which Yahweh had done to Yisrael, in that he had delivered them out of the hand of the Mithraim. And Yethro said, Blessed be Yahweh, who hath delivered you out of the hand of the Mithraim, and out of the hand of Paro, who hath delivered the people from under the hand of the Mithraim. Now I know that Yahweh is greater than all gods, yea, in the thing wherein they dealt proudly against them. And Yethro, Moshe's father-in-law, took an ascending offering and sacrifices for God. And Aaron came, and all the elders of Yisrael, to eat bread with Moshe's father-in-law before God. And it was on the morrow that Moshe sat to judge the people, and the people stood about Moshe from the morning to the evening. And when Moshe's father-in-law saw all that he did to the people, he said, What is this thing that thou doest to the people? Why sittest thou thyself alone, and all the people stand about thee from morning to even? And Moshe said to his father-in-law, Because the people come to me to inquire of God. When they have a matter, they come to me, and I judge between a man and his neighbor, and I make them know the statutes of God and his laws. And Moshe's father-in-law said to him, The thing that thou doest is not good. Thou wilt surely wear away, both thou and this people that is with thee, for the thing is too heavy for thee. Thou art not able to perform it thyself alone. Hearken now to my voice. I will give thee counsel, and God be with thee. Be thou for the people in front of God, and bring thou the causes to God. And thou shalt teach them the statutes and the laws, and shalt show them the way wherein they must walk, and the work that they must do. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear God, men of truth, hating unjust gain, and place such over them, to be rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of 50s, and rulers of 10s. and let them judge the people at all times. And it shall be, that every great matter they shall bring to thee, but every small matter they shall judge themselves. So shall it be easier for thyself, and they shall bear the burden with thee. If thou shalt do this thing, and God command thee so, then thou shalt be able to endure, and all this people also shall go to their place in peace. So Moshe hearkened to the voice of his father-in-law, and did all that he had said. And Moshe chose able men out of all Yisrael, and made them heads over the people, rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of 50s, and rulers of 10s. And they judged the people at all times. The hard causes they brought to Moshe, but every small matter they judged themselves. And Moshe sent away his father-in-law, and he went away into his own land. In the 3rd month after the children of Israel were gone forth out of the land of Mizraim, the same day they came into the wilderness of Sinai.